Welcome back, Babugele Makaya. I am now sitting with Ubudwetu Nhlakanepo. He's also here to help us break it down. But on his side, page like lijule kakhulu. It's not only about him, basically online. So he's going to help us with kakhulu about lendlela yena akhonzisa ngayo nendlela azisa ngayo, because I've noticed that he's got different themes and days of celebrating certain things. So Nhlaka, njengoba usho ukuthi iZion being recognized, so ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi i-content yakho oyifakayo kule page lakho, how do you make sure that it's relevant?
Okay, it's basically number one, its relevance is determined by social issues. Like for example, on Mondays I've got a segment whereby I speak about fathers. Everyone within all of us, we've got a natural yearning to have fathers.
Yes.
And I portray fathers that are exemplary within our society. And I project not only what we are, but what we seek to become. You know, because I feel that the purpose of the media is not to project only society, but it is to shape and mold the mind of people that are basically watching that particular media, so that we are able to influence the thinking, the attitude, and the behaviors within our society. So the media has that particular power to do that. So I felt that within mainstream media, we did not have that particular exposure. And I said, through the power of technology, why don't I create a community that we can take pride in, a community that is able to be dignified and respectable, not only as Amazayoni, but is able to project us as Amazayoni to the outside world as people are saying, and people that are respectable, and people that should be respected, not on the basis of sympathy, but on the basis of who they are.
How does it all integrate?
The beautiful thing about indigenous churches is, number one, we do not need to change who we are. We need to come to God as we are.
Yes.
God never said when you worship Him, you must change your language. God never said you must change your name. That was a lie that was deliberately done by those who seek to colonize us. You know, there is nowhere in the Bible whereby God said with that when you baptize people, Mele a change from being with to John because he accepted Christianity.
Yes.
That was a form of cultural colonialism. So these particular ideas I get from Black consciousness, Steve Biko, Malcolm X, Robert Sibuke, and Marcus Garvey. They said and teach us that if God, they teach us that we are not the rejected child of God, but we are, in actual fact, part of God's creation. And they use the religion. Religion is not poisonous. They use the religion to conquer us and to subjugate us. And the quickest way to do that was to use Christianity.
So the people who follow your page, do you think they understand lento ichazayo khona manje? Do they see your vision? Because I'm seeing a visionary. And do they see it?
The power of the media. Well, when you study the media in general, the media operates not on the basis of targeting the conscious mind, but it works on the basis of targeting the subconscious mind.
Okay.
The subconscious mind works more on sentimental issues. You know, the more you repeat something, is the more it starts to make sense to people. So they might not see it yet, but they will eventually have an understanding and an unfolding of what is to come.
Do you think uZion nje ukukhonza kwethu njengoba manje besikhonza ngithi on social media platforms, do you think uZion has got a standing chance on the social networks?
The beautiful thing, okay, I've got a platform on Facebook and I've got a platform on Instagram. A couple of weeks ago, I was speaking about a crossover. When I speak about a crossover, having an appeal that extends beyond Amazion, I'm proud to say that I think over 10% of people that follow me on Instagram are
Okay.
You know, and I've got a couple of celebrities that also follow me. Lapagumbucha says Mama, I forgot her name, Wagukoze FM, follows me. So it means that particular goal of presenting uZion in a positive light is being met. You know, I was shocked. Like, I think in the past 2 weeks, I got like over 100 new followers because of Itombe his poster. Number one, I'm strict in terms of the criteria that I use. Okay. It's either a picture that has high resolution or I say post it at all.
Okay.
You know, and in posting those particular pictures, there are moments that we capture there. Like, for example, the innocence of a kid. You know, that particular moment. What does the innocence of the kid mean? It means a kid needs to be loved. A kid needs to be cherished. A kid needs to grow up in a conducive environment so that they might eventually be able to actualize their potential.
So where do you see Uzayoni in the social networks in the next 10, 5 years from now?
That's where I am. In the sense that as much as we are able to respect Grace Bible Church, as much as we are able to respect the Potter's House, as much as we are able to respect Soweto, Wabazalane, I feel that we also need to be in a position whereby people are able to respect Uzayoni, not out of sympathy, not out of history, but out of the content as he produces and how we portray ourselves. We do not respect T.D. Jakes on the basis of him being black and having a racial identity and affinity with us, but respected him because of his content and the potency of his content and how it's able to impact our lives. So I believe that by being able to do that, we'll be able to actually earn the respect of other people because of the quality of the content that we'll be posting online.
In the internet page, I'm just, as you're talking, I'm going through your page. I see that on Wednesdays you have a theme you to highlight graduate, they post them and post success abo. Kubaluleke kangakanani ukuthi abantwana noma abantu abazalwane whether young or old ukuthi bazigqaje ngokuba amazayoni and amazayoni afundile.
Exactly. You see, when you look at reality, you cannot divorce it. Like when you look at religion and reality, you cannot divorce it from social-political issues. Let's look at, besides Zion, let's look at the fact that most young black people don't have positive role models.
Yes.
All of them are aspiring to be Kabza the Small. All of them are aspiring to be DJ Maporisa. That particular field is saturated already. There is no room. Even if you make it million. But if you think outside the box and think about studying maybe things within the science sphere, maybe like what you call this, maybe studying space, for example, how many people are pursuing being scientists?
Not a lot.
Exactly. So it means that within that particular space, there's less competition, there's more money, there's more opportunity, and you can actually position yourself for the future. So my goal on Wednesday is to encourage young people to prioritize and see education as being valuable and significant because these are their peers in actual fact. Umuntu ambonayo lapha ngama-Saturday singing, you know, and then after makaceda ukukhulula impahla zesonto, my sister will drive imoto yakhe, ubamuhle. You know, that's a particular person you should see as your role model outside to Pula, outside Isonto. Have people Isonto that you admire because of their singing abilities, and then have people that impact your life positively beyond the confinements of the church.
Wow. You know, dude, I must give you that. Thank you so much for joining me today. You've given me so much insight into social media. You cannot only use it for post and all those things. You've got your Monday motivations to motivate young men to become men so that they can look up, so they can look up to them. So thank you so much for giving me your insight into the topic of social media. I hope you've learned a lot about Black excellence. We are capable. You can able to do anything that you put your mind up to. They've proved that they are living proof. Follow their pages. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm Woman. Siyabonga.